Hello everyone, this is Expo or Ethan, and today I'm bringing you all a pretty special video announcement. Now this video was originally planned to be a vlog, but it just had tons of issues, and I wasted 2 days of filming, so I decided to go with the Minecraft video. I might include some vlog footage at the end of this video. I might not, I don't know, we'll see at the end of the video. But anyhow, I'll be walking around in Minecraft today, and just talking to you all. So, I've always kind of wanted to be a YouTuber. I feel like I have a lot to offer as a content producer. I am a server owner, so I do the back-end administration work. I am pretty experienced with computers overall. I am a high school student, so I have that kind of insight. And I'm also an adult in a way as well. I have a full-time job. I invest in stock, I have a retirement account, I pay my taxes, and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like I have a pretty well-rounded personality for a YouTuber. And I feel like I fill a niche that other YouTubers are not able to fill. Before I like to start these big announcement things, I like to give a brief server history of how the server came to be. So basically I started the server around September of 2013, which is actually, we're approaching our 2-year anniversary quite soon, which will be really cool. And we're going to do all kinds of cool stuff in-game for that, but that's for another video. So I started the server back in September of 2013, and you know, things started as they typically do. I had 0 players online, and I just continuously built the player base. I didn't wake up one day and have 210 players online. I continuously built. I worked and had dedication every day, in and out. So, you know, I boosted the server on Planet Minecraft every 24 hours as we were allowed to, and that got us a good initial player base. So we just continued to do that, and around December of 2013, we hit 60 players or something around there, and that translated to a player online at any given time, which was, you know, a new thing for us. We had 0 players online quite a lot, and to have a player online no matter what time you get on is really cool. So around July of 2014, we hit 210 players, or something around there, which required us to boost up the max player count, which was an insane achievement, and I am still super thrilled that we got to that. We had crashes basically every day, so it was a achievement in itself that we got that far, because the server had 3-4 crashes a day, because we just could not handle that amount of players at the time. December of 2014, we noticed a decrease in player count. We were peaking at around 120 players, which was not awful by any means, and it wasn't a huge difference, but we know it was noticeable, and we were questioning why that was happening, and a lot of players were asking for a reset. Around mid-March, things were getting even more rough. We were peaking at maybe 90 players, which was definitely a new low. We knew something had to be done. So I introduced the OP Revolution, and this OP Revolution was going to be a 2 weeks and 4 days or something like that amount of downtime, and we were going to introduce massive amounts of changes. And I'm sure you all know how the revolution went. It did not go exactly as planned. We ended up having an entire month of downtime, and we did introduce a vast amount of the changes that we said we were going to, but there were still some that were missing because we just overestimated the amount of work that requires some of those things, especially a new website. I mean, that was going to take longer than a month for sure, and it was initially planned of 2 weeks, so that definitely could not have happened. But we still had some cool things like OP airdrops and OP faction tags, which is what you can see right now, the tab list, and when you go up to them, you can see their faction and the relation caller. After the month of downtime, we peaked at 120 players, which far exceeded what we were achieving in the past. So overall, it was an initial success. We had a lot of issues on day 1 after the revolution, but I got that resolved immediately, and it generally went well. And after the revolution, we continually built off of what we had, and we were introducing new features quite often, and we still had quite a bit missing on day 1, and we still have a bit missing to this day. We have some warps missing, and not anything crucial to the server's success, but it still added something to the server, and we of course are going to bring it back. And that pretty much brings us to where we are today. We are averaging around 50 to 60 players and peaking at 70 players on a good day. And that is obviously something that is a new low for us. That is a huge setback, and that is the main purpose of this video. That pretty much sums up where we are today, and that will bring us into the premise of this video, or the main point of this video, and that is change is needed to continue to run this server and to continue to thrive. I'm going to set it today real quick, but change is needed to continue on our path. So I have spent the last week or so analyzing and just deep thinking about why the server has been doing poorly. I have thought about literally everything there is about the server, and I've came to two solutions to the overarching problem of low player counts. And the first solution is to have a new approach to the way I run things, a new approach to the way I manage my personal life and the server. And the second solution was that I was going to shut down OPHub forever and move on with my life. And the reason I had that solution was because the community has been pretty rough as of late. You know, obviously there's some happy players, but the 20% that are unhappy are pretty vocal and they stand out, and that is not very motivational at all to hear negative feedback and just unhelpful comments all the time. And we do have that 5% of players that provide that constructive criticism, and I definitely appreciate them, but they were just getting drowned out by the negative players, and we just can't have that. As you can probably guess, I chose the former solution, or the first one, and that is to try to approach the way I do things differently. And I chose that because I don't want to give up on OPHub. I have spent the last 2 years of my life building this server up, and I'm not going to give up that easily. And I just can't let the haters get to me. You know, haters are gonna happen, you know, haters gonna hate, and I just have to move on and pay attention to the users that are providing constructive criticism and positive feedback, and I just have to focus on them. For the first solution, I am going to be making two series of changes, and the first series of changes is changes to my personal life and the way I balance my personal life and the server. Now, I know this might not necessarily be the most interesting thing to you guys, as all you want to do is play the server, and that's fine, but my server and my life have a symbiotic relationship. You know, without me, the server could not run, so I need to be managing my personal life correctly. So I'm going to explain how I'm going to do that. Basically, in the past, I lived a very dysfunctional lifestyle. I would sleep all day and work all night, and when I did sleep throughout the day, it would be 3-4 hours of sleep, which is inoperable, basically. And that was even worse in school. The week of the revolution, opening week of the revolution, you know, the last week before we were about to open, I worked 68 hours, and that was also attending school. So I think I slept 4 hours that week or something like that. Something inhumane, honestly. I have never been more tired in my entire life, but I had to get the content out there. But from now on, I need to prioritize my life before the server. I just cannot keep doing what I've done in the past. It is killing me, quite frankly, and I need to stop. If I am dead, I am definitely unable to run the server. And the first thing I have implemented already is I am improving my sleeping schedule. I am waking up in the morning and I am sleeping at night, and I'm getting my 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Now, things have been a little rough as of late. I have not been getting very much sleep because I'm building that sleeping pattern. It takes 21 days to build a schedule, and I'm 3 days in, so it's been a little rough. I haven't been sleeping even as much as I did in the past, but it's what I needed to do to continue and get on this schedule. In addition to the sleeping schedule changes, I'm also going to be improving my working schedule. So once I start school back up, which is kind of soon for me, I start school July 31st, I will be getting an office in a town near me, and I'll be driving to the office after school so I can put my hours in and come home and relax and have that relaxation period that I've never had in the past and get my mind off the server. Of course, I'm going to have a computer at home so I can manage the server in case things went bad, but for the most part, once I get home from my office, I will be taking the time for myself, relaxing, and getting my body ready for the next day. And this could even improve my work. I I might work 16 hours one day right now and then go 4 days without working. So working 4 hours a day could be better because my work quality would be better and I would be working faster. So overall, this could result in an improvement of work and more noticeable changes to the server itself even. And another thing I'm going to be doing is hanging out with my friends more. Currently, whenever they ask me to hang out, I typically have to say no. I rarely say yes because I just have so much Minecraft work, and I need to change that. So I've already made an immediate change in that direction right now by going to a summer camp with my friend OXMate. He plays on the server. I will be going on a summer camp with him, and I'll be leaving this Thursday, so I will be gone 5 days with no server access. The way this camp works is you cannot bring your phone or anything like that. I might still bring my phone just in case things got out of hand. And I will be taking steps behind the scenes to make sure that the server runs fine while I'm gone, and I believe I'm going to get Magic to do that. Magic is our developer slash co-owner, and I'll be getting him to run things while I'm gone. And I actually haven't talked to Magic about this quite yet, but I will be getting him to manage the server while I'm gone, or I'll be asking him to at least, just in case things got out of hand. But I don't think that would be the case at all. The server has ran for weeks at a time just fine, and if a server crash happens, which it does happen occasionally, that's what Minecraft is. Magic will be there to fix it, and I will be checking up probably every night, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to focus on the server really at all. I want this to be 5 days of just me hanging out with my friends, basically. But anyhow, that pretty much sums up the personal life changes that I'm going to be making. I will be making, of course, more changes, but that doesn't really apply to you guys too much. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is actual server changes and issues I have identified on the server and the way I'm going to fix them. The first issue I have identified is with the staff, or lack of staff, that is. Currently, the server is very understaffed, I feel like, and we need more staff members to help out. And helper is a seriously important position. It is highly underestimated how important that position is. It maintains the integrity of the chat entirely, and it maybe increases mood. Maybe the reason has been extremely negative lately is because of the lack of helpers and the lack of people, inspiring that positive mood. So in this video, I'm announcing the staff applications will be opening up probably very soon. Hopefully I can get them up tomorrow before I leave for my camp on Thursday. But no promises. I think I will be able to get them up though, because I'm not going to have too much to do tomorrow. And obviously I won't be able to manage the staff applications while I'm gone. But I will have my staff and I will instruct them on how to manage it. They all have applied for helper and they've all ranked their way up to admin. So I'm sure they all know what to do, but I'll be working that out with them, and I'll have a forum post probably on that separately tomorrow. One thing I like to touch on before I move on to the next topic is don't apply for admin thinking you're going to get paid like our admins do right now. Our admins walked into this position with no foresight of getting paid, and it takes a long time to earn admin. Our staff members have all been with us for 7 months plus, so it takes a long time to earn admin, and you should never apply for that. You should apply for helper if you want to help out the server, obviously. The next issue I have identified is expenses. Now, I don't want to touch on this too much, as I'm sure this is really boring to talk about, but the expense management has been poor. Behind the scenes, we have been making less than we have in the past, but we are still profiting, obviously, but we're not profiting as much as we need to. I'll be taking steps behind the scenes to help relieve our temporary expense issues until we invest in advertising and until things start getting back on track. I don't want to go too in depth on that because I'm sure that's not fun to listen to at all. So moving on. The final core thing I've identified wrong with the server right now is the players. I feel like the community is quite negative as of late, and I feel like staff applications could help resolve that, but I just wanted to say, if you are here to be negative all the time on our forums and you are here to just be unhelpful and offer no constructive criticism, we do not need you. There is a disconnect button for a reason, and we have said that in the past. And if you are one of those people, please leave. We do not need that right now. We have plenty enough going on, and you're just going to be ignored at this point. We are not going to take our time out of our day to help you if you are just being rude and unhelpful. And to the people that are being helpful, we appreciate you. We appreciate the 5% of you that are offering constructive criticism all the time and are just being positive and have an optimistic viewpoint, because that is the only viewpoint to have that actually will get things done. Complaining about things and offering no solution is never going to help what you're complaining about, and you need to offer a solution to the problem, otherwise it will never get fixed. Finally, I want to talk about the future of OPHub. What do I see in the future? The first thing that is going to be coming soon is the massive content update. Now, as I'm going on this summer camp, I have to delay things a little bit. I did not give any release date, so I'm not technically delaying things. I'm just pushing things back a little bit on my own schedule that I did not release to anyone. I come back the 21st, so an estimate for the release of the massive content update is around July 24th, or somewhere around there. And to talk about some of the things that are coming in the massive content update, well, all of the warps are going to be finished, every single one. Warp parkour, warp shop, warp enchants, and all of that. And the shop system, which is /shop right now, which is the only way to buy and sell items right now, is going to be completely redone. I've basically already finished the entire thing. I think I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of what's happening there. I will go ahead and show you a sneak peek of the new shop. Here we have the block shop with 1.8 items included. Tons of new items added to the food/farming shop. And raiding supplies, and our potion shop, and our mob drops, and our spawners, which will include 1.8 items as well. Our other items, which will basically resemble what is on the server currently. And our item enchants now. Our enchant shop will be accessible via a GUI now. It also will have that physical aspect too. We're not ever going to remove the physical shop, or at least I have no intention to right now. And on top of the new virtual shop, we will also be having a entirely new physical shop. We have got a custom plugin, and this shop plugin is highly advanced. It allows you to specify the amount of items you want to buy or sell. We will be having a separate announcement for the massive content update, which could be in a video format now, so let me know what you want to see about that. Moving on, I want to talk about the thing I'm sure all of you want to know about, is Kit PvP. Kit PvP development has been going quite great. We have been working hard for the past 6-7 months on this plugin. We had to take a break due to the OP revolution, but besides that, we have basically had non-stop development on Kit PvP. Kit PvP is a very extensive plugin, and we'll have a separate announcement about that, of course, when we are ready to launch and if we have a beta or anything about that. But to talk a little bit about the plugin, Kit PvP is nothing like Badlion or Kohi, or like a lot of the other pot PvP servers that you see out there, or practice PvP servers that you see out there. We're not trying to compete with Kohi or Badlion. If you want to play on those servers, you will play on those servers. We are providing an interesting aspect on the game of Kit PvP that no one else has ever provided. Currently there are 15 kits, all of which are unique in their own way. To provide an example of one kit, we have a kit titled Pyro, which allows you to throw a lava block which would light another user on fire if the lava block touches them. That's just a cool example of one of our kits. And we have even cooler kits like Shockwave, which allows you to right click an item and will move the blocks around you and shock nearby enemies. Moving on Kit PvP topic, we have an advanced statistics tracking system. We don't have the typical kills/deaths tracker. No, we have a full kit tracking system. So per kit stats and overall stats, just like you would expect. And lastly, our third core feature in Kit PvP is our 1v1 system. We're still planning on that wager match features that we had talked about earlier on in the revolution, but Our 1v1 system is super advanced. It has a ranking system similar to what you see in CSGO, so it's going to be pretty competitive. And we will also have an unranked matches section, which will allow you to have fun and do fun things without being necessarily competitive and having your rank be affected. For example, there is a TNT 1v1 where you throw TNT at your opponent, try to kill them. You cannot hit them with your hand or your sword or anything like that. You just throw TNT at them, try to kill them, and the winner is the one who kills the other one with the TNT. We also have a custom 1v1 feature which will allow you to specify the loadout from the ground up, and you can choose your armor, choose your enchants, choose your potions, choose your sword. Everything that you want to change, you can change. And I'm super hyped to release Kit PvP. It has been such a long time since we announced what was the planned release of Kit PvP. And to touch on that, I know a few of you don't necessarily know. The reason Kit PvP was delayed, it was supposed to launch last August, and the reason that it did not launch last August is because the current developer of Kit PvP had abandoned the plugin while we were basically finished. So we could not provide updates to the plugin, and there was one part of the plugin that was finished, but I did not have access to the part that was finished, and he just completely left. So we had to move on, and I lost a lot of motivation, so I just focused on factions for quite some time. I'm super excited to release this game mode. It has been such a long time since I had announced it, and I know all of you have been waiting for it for forever. So it'll be really nice to release it. So that's all I'm going to talk about for Kit PvP right now. We are likely to have a beta test in the future, and we are also going to have a trailer made for that video. I might make that. We might have someone else make that. I'm not sure. Depends on how well this video goes, but we will definitely have a trailer showing Kit PvP before we launch it, and we will definitely have that trailer before we either launch the beta or launch the full game mode itself. I'm not sure if we're going to have a beta or not. We would have to talk about that and work that out later on. The launch of Kit PvP will start the new OPHub. After the massive content update comes out, Kit PvP will come out, or I'm not sure which one will come out first, but we'll see. But both of those will basically polish off OPHub, and then we'll be able to focus on new game modes. The massive content update will touch up factions and basically introduce every feature that we've ever wanted to introduce. That pretty much sums up the future of OPHub. After Kit PvP and after I polish up OP factions with the massive content update, we have one game mode planned, and I believe we're going to work with the staff team on that, which will allow us to get it out quite soon. Once we get Kit PvP out, game modes are going to release much faster, or at least I plan on that, because Kit PvP took a long time, but it was worth it. This plugin is amazing. But anyhow, I hope you all enjoyed the video. It was a little unorganized. I'm not very good at this. So if you want to see more in the future, let me know, or I could just go back to the regular old forum post. Depends on what you guys want to see. But that pretty much does it. So I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
And we're back, and so today I'd like to talk to you guys about, how the server has been doing recently. Obviously, everyone knows that the server has been performing poorly, and not worse than we've ever done before. Obviously we started from the bottom, now we're here, but seriously, we started from 0. So we've backtracked a little bit. We peak at around 80 players. So yeah, I'm going on this camp for 5 days, and I'm not going to have any access to the servers at all. Even if I wanted to, I could not access the servers because you're not allowed to bring any electronics, sort of. I think I will have my phone in case like a dramatic issue occurred, but that shouldn't happen. We've run for weeks without, problems, so I think we'll be fine. I'm going to turn around here. But also, I'm going to talk to Magic, our developer, and get him to help manage the server while I'm gone. Talk to him about that, and I'm going to work that out with him. I haven't actually told him about this, so Magic, I'll work this out with you in a Skype call later, where I think we're going to talk tomorrow, or maybe later today. I'm not sure which one we're going to talk about, or when we're going to talk. So a change that you will see immediately is we're going to have staff applications open in the next few days. Before I leave, hopefully, for this camp, I'm going to get staff applications open, and I'm going to talk to my administrators and get them to help manage it. They're going to help me in the staff recruitment process. I think I'm going to create how the process works, but they're gonna make the final decision. I'm gonna have to work something out with them, but you guys will see on a forum post, probably separate to this announcement. I might make a video announcement if this goes well even. But yeah, I'm gonna open up staff applications now. So if you're watching this video and you want to apply for staff, you are highly encouraged to. No matter what you have done in the past, you can always redeem yourself. And if you play often and you want to help out in the server, you are welcome to. Helper is a super important position, and I kind of said staff application, but you would be applying for helper. Is a super important position. That might be a reason why, well, one of the reasons why we are having such lower player counts. I feel like helpers have a huge impact in how the chat works and how, general chat happiness is. And with helpers, I feel like people are a little bit more positive and they're trying to be nicer to each other, and that has a role on, the other players of the server. So yeah, that's something I've kind of thought about. And yeah. And don't apply for admin if you, and don't apply for helper thinking that you're going to get paid like the admins do. No, that's not how it works. Our admins have been with us for 7 months and walked into the position thinking they would never get money ever, or at least I would think that. They have been with us for a long time, and I offered them money. They did not, suggest the idea to me or anything like that. So don't apply for admin for that, because it is very likely you will not get admin, because that would take a significant amount of time. And if you work hard, then you're going to get admin. I guess that's kind of how it works. If you are dedicated and loyal for months and months and months, then you're probably going to get admin eventually. But don't apply for that. That's just not the right reason to be applying for admin. You should be applying, that's not the right reason you should be applying for helper. The reason you should be applying for helper is because you want to help out, obviously, and you want to make OPHub a better place for everyone that plays on it, and you want to have a leadership role in the community. Our host is very premium. It hosts servers like Mineplex or HYPixel, and it's very premium and not a lot. But Kit PvP development is going great. We're nearly finished with the development. I know I've been saying that for a little bit, but it's just like we got to keep polishing it off. It's like we're not gonna